Are you truly ready for marriage? Or are you just ready for the idea of it? There's a difference, a big one. Many women dream of the wedding day, the dress, the ring, the romantic promises. But marriage is not about the day you say I do. It's about every day after that. When love becomes choice, not just emotion. So let me ask again, are you ready? Because marriage will not save you from loneliness. It will expose the parts of you that are still unhealed. It will mirror back your insecurities, your fears, your habits, and your deepest wounds. Marriage is not a fairy tale, my dear. It's a sacred partnership between two humans who are still learning, still growing, and still sometimes breaking. It's about choosing to stay when it's easier to run. It's about listening even when you want to shout. It's about forgiving even when your pride is screaming no. Before marriage, ask yourself, do I know myself deeply enough to share this version of me with someone else? Do I love myself enough to handle being loved by another person? Because you can't build a healthy us if your me is still bleeding. If you believe that marriage will fix the cracks in your soul, you're not ready yet. Marriage doesn't heal you. It reveals you. And if you're not ready to meet the real you, marriage will be a battlefield instead of a blessing. Take time to understand your triggers. Take time to learn how you love and how you hurt. Because when you know your patterns, you'll stop expecting your partner to save you from them. Love is not enough, maturity is. You can love someone deeply and still destroy the relationship with emotional immaturity, silence, or pride. So if you're preparing for marriage, prepare for growth. Prepare for honesty. Prepare for the kind of communication that makes you uncomfortable but free. You see, a wedding is one day, but marriage is a lifetime of decisions that test your patience, your ego, and your faith. And only those who have done the inner work, the deep, quiet, sometimes painful healing, will experience marriage as peace, not pressure. Let's talk about the kind of work you should do before saying yes, not planning the wedding. Planning your emotional foundation. Start with this. Can you be alone without feeling empty? Because if you can't sit with your own silence, you'll suffocate in the noise of a relationship. Do you understand your emotional language? Do you know how you express love? Through words, touch, service, or presence? And equally important, do you know how you receive love? Because many women sabotage relationships simply because their love languages never align. Have you learned to regulate your emotions? Marriage will trigger you in ways you can't imagine. You'll be misunderstood, ignored, or disappointed at times. If your reaction is to shut down, run away, or attack, that's the version of you that still needs healing. Marriage requires emotional regulation, not perfection, but awareness. Knowing when to pause. Knowing when to breathe instead of react. Knowing that silence can heal or destroy, depending on how you use it. And then there's communication. Not the we talk every day kind. The I can tell you my truth without fear kind. Because in marriage, pretending everything is fine when it's not will slowly build distance that love can't fill. You must be brave enough to have hard conversations about money, trust, values, expectations, and even the things that scare you. If you can't be honest before marriage, honesty after marriage will feel like war. And yes, boundaries. A marriage without boundaries is chaos dressed as love. Boundaries are not walls. They are fences that protect love from drowning in confusion. Know what you can tolerate, what you can't, and what you need to feel safe. Before you look for the right person, become the right person. Someone who doesn't settle for emotional crumbs. Someone who doesn't confuse attention with affection. Someone who doesn't need constant validation to feel loved. Because when you know your worth, you'll stop calling emotional chaos passion. And when you heal, you'll stop mistaking peace for boredom. Marriage is not about perfection. It's about partnership. Two whole people who choose each other every single day, Even when love doesn't feel romantic. Even when life gets heavy. Even when both of you are changing faster than you can understand. So, my dear, are you truly preparing for marriage? Or just preparing for the image of it? Because one will build your life, and the other will slowly break your soul. You'll know you're ready for marriage. Not when you find the perfect person, but when you no longer need to be rescued. When you no longer chase love that hurts. When you finally understand that peace is the highest form of passion. You'll be ready when you can love without losing yourself. When your happiness isn't dependent on someone else's mood. When you can say, I love you, without meaning, please fix me. You'll be ready when you can handle conflict without humiliation. When you can say, I'm sorry, without shame. When you can say, I forgive you, and mean it, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Marriage will require you to evolve again and again, to love through disappointments, to find joy in the small, ordinary days, to choose kindness when anger feels easier. If you want to prepare for marriage, start practicing patience, empathy, and gratitude now. Learn to listen when your ego wants to defend. Learn to express when your fear wants to hide. Learn to stay when your old wounds whisper, run. You see, true readiness for marriage is not about age, income, or timing. It's about awareness. It's about emotional responsibility, knowing that love is both a gift and a duty. It's about creating a safe space where both hearts can rest, not perform. And when you finally meet someone who matches your peace, you'll realize it was never about being ready for marriage. It was about becoming ready for love that's real. Because marriage at its best is not about losing freedom. It's about finding someone whose presence feels like home. Someone who loves your chaos but still protects your calm. Someone who grows with you, not against you. So if you're still healing, that's okay. If you're still learning to love yourself, that's okay too. Don't rush into forever when your heart is still halfway healed. Take your time, because the love that's meant for you will meet you when you're whole, enough to receive it. And when that day comes, you'll walk down the aisle not because you need someone, but because you've chosen someone, with eyes wide open and heart fully awake. That's when you'll know you are truly ready for marriage.